Death is sobering and realistic fact. The truth is, death is our enemy. It is a common lot of all of humanity, and all sane people realize this point. As we all know, all living things eventually in this physical realm will die. Even though we may be able to delay death for a while, even though we may be able to sustain life at some level for a period of time, all such efforts are at best temporary. It is important for us to understand that death is not our friend, even though at times we may understand that death can be a release from pain or a release from some type of debilitating disease or some form of torment. We still need to realize that it is not a friend because it ends in the death of a life. Whether we examine death from a scientific point of view or from a religious point of view, the event itself is still an enemy. As science marches forward and medical knowledge grows, death is becoming more and more difficult to recognize and to define. Medical science now distinguishes a clinical death from a sure death. But we ask the question, why would it be that so many brilliant people fail to agree on the exact moment of death? It's probably because doctors have been able to resuscitate people who were clinically dead. It appears that a practical definition is needed. We need to understand that death may include the concept of the impossibility of being able to be resuscitated. In other words, when resuscitation is impossible, one has succumbed to our enemy, death. So what hope is there? The answer is God has this great news. Death is an enemy which itself is going to be eventually destroyed. In fact, God tells us in 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 26 that the last enemy to be destroyed is death. And then over in the book of Revelation, God also makes this awesome statement in Revelation chapter 21 and verse 4. The first part of the verse says, "And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be," listen to this, "no more death." What an awesome truth. What an awesome thing there is. And so we can see God has this plan. It is a wonderful, loving plan that includes all humanity that have ever lived. Would you like answers to this question about death and about the destruction of this enemy, death? Then please take advantage of a wealth of information on this topic and other important topics that we have on our website that are available to you absolutely free of charge. Our website is www.COTSG.org. That's COTSG.org. I am Ben Faulkner for the Church of the Sovereign God.